your goal kicking against the Swans, and we thought we might address it off the top because it's one of the biggest talking points in footy at the moment. How are you holding up, first of all?
Yeah, I'm all right. As you said, there's probably a lot in the media, and I've made a conscious effort not to kind of look at anything, which is, you always know when someone's speaking about you because dead giveaways always get lots of messages saying don't listen to a mate or, which is always, so as soon as I see a message like that, I'm like, all right, I've been spoken about a little bit in the media.
It's a bad sign.
I thought that was getting around me then. Don't listen to a mate, you'll be right. It's obviously a bit of a challenging period, and personally, in terms of when one area of your game is just so glaringly off, I guess, and in a very public space, it can be challenging. And like, there's one element of it that's obviously for me individually, I'd like to be kicking more goals, but the part that sucks is that it affects the team. So on Friday night, like, if Charlie and I had to kick straight, the reality is we would win the game. So, there's one thing that it's for me, but I'm big enough and ugly enough to kind of deal with it. But when it affects other people, that sucks. And even just like after the game, like seeing your parents, like seeing mum's face, like she's just real. She wears it, and like dad wears it, and Ash Hansen, like my forwards coach, he wears it because of what I'm doing, and I don't necessarily think that's fair, but that's part of it. Like Vossi wears it. Like Vossi gets asked about it flat out. So because of what I not doing well at the moment, it affects other people that, maybe it shouldn't. But so I find that part hard when it affects other people. Yeah.
Is it something you think about sort of throughout the day and throughout the week, even on game day, or is it something that doesn't really cross your mind?
No, it definitely crosses your mind. I think it's, you'd be lying if you say you're not thinking about it a lot. Yeah. I said to someone a couple of weeks ago that if there was no media footy, we were playing in COVID, no one was at the ground, and no one watched, no one cared, like I'd still feel as like I'd want this to turn more then than it does now. Like it doesn't, all the media stuff is another wave to it, but the I guess, want to be good that I put on myself and the expectation of myself. Like, as I said, no one could be watching, we could be in COVID, and I'd still be as frustrated now as I would be that everyone's watching. That's the element that the extra stuff is just another layer, but at the end of the day, if you strip it back, I'd still be as flat and disappointed and annoyed for missing as much as I have internally, and if everyone else is watching, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. As we heard Vossi say, and as Ben says all the time, no one works harder at a footy club. You're very professional. But have you had thoughts about technique and changing things up at all as you've had the last few weeks to think about it?
Yeah, and I think the danger is when something's so front of mind and one specific element of your game is so front of mind, like you can fall into the trap of, one, trying a million different things, and two, like, taking advice from everyone. So everyone comes from such a great place. Like, even you get a million messages, everyone you see, old coaches, old players from other clubs, like whatever it is, like they all want to help, and that's awesome. Like, I'm never going to critique that. Like, I always feel supported and think it's great that people care and want to help. But listening to a million different voices is actually like detrimental because you need some like clarity with it, and kind of the less noise, the better.
Yeah.
I think there's that element when something's so like front of mind. So yeah, there's definitely like, I think there's technical things that you need, like a body of time to untrain habits, which I'll definitely need to do. So it's more now being able to really commit to a couple of things that you can just consistently repeat, and really at the end of the day, like, I'm going to miss, and you're going to kick some, but it's just having something you can commit to every time, and just go at it. Like, at a stage, like, if you miss, what's going to happen? Like, I miss, and everyone says I'm shit still. So like, it doesn't really, like, you nearly get to that stage. Well, that's what it's like nearly, like, yeah. So if I miss on the weekend, people are going to say, oh, he's a shit kicker goal. Like, so, there's nearly freedom in that, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely challenging, and it does suck at the moment. As I said, it sucks because it affects a lot of other people than just me. So, which I don't like. But yeah, I think long run it'll be going through these challenging stages. Always, it's a good thing in the long run, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck when you're going through it.
Yeah. No, well, I think you've done a really good job at expressing how you feel as well. I don't know, we've come on here and sort of joked about it a bit as well, haven't we? But to actually get that insight and point of view and how you sort of explained it all was really a credit to you. So well done. And I'm sure it's not easy. So credit to you.
Yeah, and we said before, it's like it's all part of the job, and it's absolutely like you understand that and put your hand up, and don't mean to miss, Will. Like,
of course,
trust me, I want to kick that goal. But I think definitely takes its toll to a degree. But the bit that sucks a little bit is the how it affects everyone else, I reckon.
Yeah,
as much as it affects me. So
well, it happens to the very best. Literally some of the very best, and including Matthew Richardson. And Chris on Twitter, which we wanted to point out, he said, at Matt Richo, as a former star forward in the AFL, what does Harry Mackay need to do to fix his goal kicking? An expert's opinion on this would be great. And Richo has replied, with all due respect, Chris, is this some sort of joke?
We read this off air, and I said, I love that Richo can take the piss out of himself.
He can.
For a bloke, he did kick nearly 1,000 goals, so he wasn't no mug, Richo.
Exactly.
But that is pretty funny.
Nice.
From Richo.
Another very interesting topic that's happened in the last 2 weeks since we have been in this studio. Your coach, Ben Mackay, Alistair Clarkson, has stood down from the club, which must have been a very turbulent fortnight of footy.
Yeah, so I think it happened a couple of days after we were in here last.
Yeah.
And I think it was a Thursday morning, and we've obviously got a leadership group WhatsApp chat, and we got a message saying, come in, we've got something to talk about, which happens every now and then, but when the CEO, president, and everyone was in there, we knew something was a little bit off.
Were there whispers before about...
Nah,
really?
No. So Clarko was in at the club. Wednesday was our day off that week, and he was there on the Wednesday. So, a few boys were in the club that day as well. So it wasn't, anything suspicious. And then, Thursday, Todd Viney got us leaders in and explained that on that Wednesday arvo, Clarko came in with his wife, Karen, and basically sort of broke down and explained how he needed to take some time off, and that the investigation was taking a big mental toll on things. And to Clarko's credit, the way he carried himself, almost a mask you'd call it, at the club was first class. Like, he wouldn't know anything was wrong necessarily, and that speaks volumes to the guy himself. But it was hard to take when you know someone is so genuine and so caring and so passionate about what he does, and us players. It was quite an emotional sort of morning when it all went down. But
for sure.
It's also acknowledging how brave it is to speak out, as Harry sort of just done as well. How are you feeling, and being proactive in that. It's a brave thing to do, to come out and say I need a bit of help and need a bit of time off. So, but I think the way the club's handled it, and not moved on, but sort of wrapped their arms around each other and continued the job has been really impressive as well. So it's been a tough couple of weeks, but thinking of Clarko, and I'm sure he'll be back soon whenever he's ready.
Yeah. And then after all of that, Brett Ratton comes in, and then you play the Swans first up. Yeah. And it looks like you've got the win in the bank. Yeah. Talk us through that final minute, because it must have been heartbreaking. Yeah,
it was. I remember the last quarter we were holding up really strongly. Like, we were winning lots of moments, and everyone was playing their part, and it honestly didn't feel like we were going to lose that. Like, there's been times in the past where we'd got into a similar situation and let it slip, but everyone was so determined not to let it happen again. And and there was a stoppage in their forward 50, and the umpire blew his whistle and said it's been an interchange infringement, and they had a shot on the top of the goal square. And you can't blame one person. Obviously it was a few people on the bench that didn't quite get it right, but it was pretty heartbreaking to lose. But as I said, you can't really blame one person, although we need to get that right, and you shouldn't lose a game like that, unfortunately. But it did, and it's never happened before, which is a hard thing as well. It's such a rarity, really.
It must have been so confusing on the field.
Yeah, especially because you go through a whole circle of emotions. You think we are going to win this. There's 30 seconds left. Everyone's playing so well, and it means so much to everyone. And then your almost heart gets broken with the click of a finger that we're going to, we're probably going to lose now. So it was, unprecedented times really, and one that we regret as a club, but also got to learn from it as well. So
it was so cruel. Did you watch it?
A bit cruel, but
Harry?
I did turn on the last 10 minutes. It was on a Saturday. I think we were playing on a Sunday, so I was just doing a bit of stuff to get ready, and then watched the last 5-10 minutes, and it was a strange. Without being disrespectful to North, I thought like that may have summed up like where they're at a little bit, just like a loss like that. Like, geez, it's pretty stiff.
In saying that though, so last year when Nobes left and Lee Adams took over, we won against Richmond, sort of against all odds, and there was a little bit of that, like, let's wrap our arms around each other and really, lock in and do it for Clarko. And to our credit, we played well. Like, we should have won.
You're excellent.
And I think it was just a bit very demoralising to have the result in the end, sort of dictated by that. But we certainly had our chances in the last quarter to probably kick away a bit more. But
it's more what it means, like when it rains, it pours. Like you said, like
exactly.
And then like all of a sudden, like just what are the chances of that happening to cost you the game? Like, it have to be to you guys like after the weeks that you've had.
Yeah. And then we obviously saw Dimmer step away. Last week. So it's been a quite an interesting time as a coach. Like the amount they go through is incredible. And again, I'd applaud Dimmer for coming out, and if he's he believes in himself, that he's had enough and the bravery to come out and say it. I think as an industry we're getting better at that, but
for sure,
it's not to be
shout out to
underestimated.
Dimmer. Did I tell you that story when I was second year?
Yeah, when you were walking back.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this is good. I really like Dimmer.
Yeah.
He so I think it was in my second year. I was playing VFL, and you'd always play the curtain raiser 4:00 at Punt Road.
Yeah.
Beforehand, and then the round one would start, and I played in the VFL and whatever. Went and watched the AFL after, and an hour after the game, because we'd park in the MCG in the grass car park.
Just the Yarra Park.
Yeah, in the Yarra Park.
Not even in like the
Well,
Richmond
you weren't
car
playing. Yeah, you were in the Yarra.
Ruthless.
Isn't that ruthless?
And so it would have been an hour after the game, 11 o'clock at night, and I was walking pitch black, and I was walking back, and I heard someone yell at Harry. And sometimes if you hear a fan yell, you kind of just keep walking. If they yelled out twice, then you turn around. And I heard someone yell at Harry again. So I turned around, and it was Damien Hardwick.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, how you going?" He's like, "Sorry to be a pain, mate, but I got my daughters here. Like, they're just a big fan. Do you reckon you could get a photo with them?" And I was like, I was rattled. I was like, "Yeah, no worries, mate." Like, so I got a photo with his daughters, and then just had a chat to him, and he was lovely. And I remember after that, I bumped into him a few times, and he's an awesome guy. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cool.
Everyone you talk to that knows him says the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He's a ripper guy, and so caring, and it's as I said, a credit to him for speaking out and making that decision and putting his best interest at heart. So
for sure,
well done to Dimmer.
Yeah, hopefully he gets to put the feet up and then come back to the game, because it'd be a big loss to the game, I think, if we never saw Dimmer coach again.
Did you see that photo he posted on his
having a beer at 10 a.m.
It'd be interesting for him, because like he's done so much. He'd be cooked. Like, he's done so much, like coaching for so long. He's done so well. Like, wonder if he just says like, I'm done, or
gassed.
6 months later, it's like, actually, no, I've got the bug back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of serious footy off the top, which is good.
It's
a nice change for us. But we've got this grab. This is from Triple M Footy. I believe it was 2 Sundays ago. And Stevie J, part of the Triple M Sunday Rub this year, he was asking a question to Collingwood assistant coach Scott Selwood. And it happens to be about you, Harry. This is what happened.
And Scotty, how's Harry Mackay sort of handled the criticism that's been come his way during the week? Criticism.
I'm the Collingwood coach.
If you go into the other rooms and find out for us, that'd be great.
I just seen Bossy walk past you, and I thought you just ask.
Sorry.
I'm hiding. Daisy, I'm hiding.
Well, we apologise. He's only new. He's only new, mate. He's doing the best he can.
Sorry about that, Scotty.
See you on the socials.
I appreciate coming on with you boys. It's been good.
So funny.
That's very funny.
God, that kills me.
Very good, Stevie.
All right, game idea. just to make things a little bit funner again, because we like to play our games on here. And MJ had this idea. It's the SMS challenge. So what you're both going to do is pick a teammate. So Ben, obviously someone from North, Harry, someone from Carlton, and you're going to send each other the same message. Now, we've kind of workshopped this a bit, and we think the best version of this is, I just saw the news, mate. Congrats. And then we have to
maybe
see.
Can we say like incredible afterwards or something?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I just saw the news, mate. Incredible. Congrats.
Yeah.
Is that the message?
Or no, congrats, incredible.
Congrats. Incredible. Incredible. That's brilliant. Okay.
all right.
So we want to see who replies first. That's 1 point. And then who gets the best replies.
We're
Also.
going to nominate our person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Matt Cottrell.
Which I love. Do you think he's a quick replier? Or?
Yeah, usually he is. If he's on his phone, he will.
Do you have like a slow replier at the club? Do you know someone you wouldn't want to text?
Oh, someone erratic. Like if I message Charlie, he would either reply back in 2 seconds or maybe a day later.
Erratic.
I'm going to have a crack at Harry Sheezel.
Really?
Yeah.
Fresh blood.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what are we saying? Just saw the news, mate.
Just saw the news, mate. Congrats. Incredible.
In caps.
In caps? Which word?
Incredible.
No, I reckon we do that. So just saw the news, mate, comma, congrats with like an exclamation mark and then incredible full stop.
Incredible full stop. I like that. I mean, if you want caps, you can do caps.
Can we just make sure that's all right?
Yeah. I'm happy with that. You want to show each other? Do you want to throw an emoji on the end maybe?
Maybe a clapping emoji.
Clap emoji.
Yeah.
Just to full stop it. That's great.
All right, ready?
All right, ready?
Wait.
So
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
great. So we're just going to keep tabs on that over the show.
Put our ringer on to see. If you
Yeah, good call. Harry's text to Matt Cottrell, Ben's to Harry Sheezel. I'm so intrigued.
My
Well, are we putting someone on who replies first, or is it just a...
Well, what do you? Who owes?
You owe me $1,000.
I think it's 900 now, isn't it?
No. Plus the crown.
Plus the
voucher,
crown,
so
it's about 600.
Yeah. So let's say 50 of that.
All right.
In the meantime, we've got a message from Wayne from Warragul, which is always fun.
Ring-a-ding-ding, you're speaking to the king. It's Wayne from Warragul here, boys. Hey, how you going? It's fantastic to get in touch with you again, fellas. Hope you're well. Hey, couple of questions once again. Benny boy, how's the vitamin D deficiency going, mate? You'd be struggling to get a bit of sun whilst you're living in Harry's shadow, mate. How's that going for you? And also, Rolo, last one for you. Don't you think you're getting away from Wayno here? Mate, you've been in the shadow of 3 bloody radio shows now. You're sitting there just flicking some buttons. When are you going to grow a pair of balls and get your own show, mate, so we can listen to it and before we go to bed and fall asleep? 'Cause, mate, I think you're cut out for that role. Yeah, so let us know, fellas. Hope you're well.
Wayno,
It's fair to say that's a different side of Wayne.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Wayno goes whack.
Animated.
I really enjoyed that. I thought it was great.
Funny though. I didn't really appreciate Wayne's... Yeah, but we spoke about backhanders last week.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that
That was a
one.
forehand. That was
Yeah,
that was
down
a
the line.
raffer down the barrel.
That was brilliant.
Well,
Vitamin
I'm
D.
used to copying that whack, so
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm more interested in you, Will. How do
I'm
you
happy
respond?
with it.
You
No,
don't mind
just to be recognised by Wayno as a compliment. So thank you, mate.
Do you feel like you are in the shadow of a few others?
I'm certainly I'm fourth string on most of the programs I'm involved with. So
So are you working your way up to third?
Yeah.
You're probably third string here.
third string here. This is
Oh,
my
I thought
highest.
we second.
MJ
I'd say.
plays.
MJ's probably more important.
Probably line ball between you and MJ. I
Yeah,
reckon,
yeah.
for third.
No, it's all flying hours. Just go get off the bench. Who's taking the reins here?
Yeah, Ben, you can go.
Yep. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review, please. I wonder how they've been going, MJ. They're all pretty positive. Yep. And also, if you're on Spotify, hit the bell and you'll be notified when the new app's out. So
What's the bell again? Is it the?
Notifications. Top right corner, I think.
Yeah.
you got a memory of a goldfish, don't you? We said last time.
Well, last time it was just said press the bell. I was like, what? It's the bell.
I feel like can we? Is that the best I've done? That I reckon.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was flawless. You got
So
to
say
admit,
that
Harry.
again. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't think he could have done better.
Wow, that's high praise.
Well, we're all improving. It's
yeah,
great.
that's right.
Just checking in on the text. Still nothing. Which I'd like to see how Matt and Harry are currently mulling over this one, if they've seen it or not.
I'll
Just
see if they've seen it. Cots has his red.
he's got red receipts on.
Jeez.
No, I haven't seen it.
Hasn't
Sheezel?
seen it.
I don't know. Sheezel, you might.
Well, we'll continue on with the show because it is time for this.
Ben and Harry's
I'm so excited for this.
winners
Are you prepared? Oh, yeah.
and losers.
I hate cheese.
Oh my god.
Jeez, that gets me fired up.
Doesn't it?
Do you still like cheese or not?
No, I don't. On pizza, I'll have it, yeah, but
I had a cheese platter on the weekend, actually. I had just breads and salamis for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Is that selfish, do you reckon? Because then
Yeah, I
the
know.
ratio is out.
I have thought that
So,
before.
Actually, when we used to have,
That's a fair point, actually.
yeah.
Never thought about that.
maybe this
Yeah.
would be a loser. So people that don't like cheese, they're selfish when they ruin the charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So when we were growing up, sometimes on a Saturday night, early Saturday night, we'd have like the biscuits or like secateurs kind of thing, cabana
Yeah, I love cabana.
and cheese. So for those that like cheese, like you can take a bit of everything, but because Ben only ate cabana and the biscuits, the cabana will be gone like that, and so with the biscuits.
No.
Stuck eating cheese.
But I'm sure Mum or Dad would evenly distribute the crackers and the cabana evenly amongst us.
No.
So there was no advantage. What is
Because when they were all just on the table there.
I'm sure Dad wouldn't have let us all just go for it. But anyway,
Would have been a good one to ask Trace. And if you haven't heard that episode, go back and have a
Yeah.
listen.
Trace Ace.
Mother's Day special. Is that actually your loser, Harry? Is that where you?
Well, that can be one. I'll have two this week.
Yeah.
My other loser is it's like a hybrid. So the other one is it's just gotten very cold very quickly, and
Yeah.
it's just taken a little bit to adjust. Not sure I like the weather. But to go onto that, where I'm living, it could be the leafiest street in.
Oh, hold the phone.
Oh, I got
Oh,
Cots.
they were in, they were in
the same
sync.
time.
It was absolutely
Is that
in
right?
sync.
Read the time that happened.
Oh,
6:42.
I saw both notifications
6:42.
absolutely at the same time.
That's unbelievable.
All right, so we're just going to pick whose
What
message,
I was so right. What do you reckon Cots said?
whose message is better is going to be the winner.
So do you remember what I said I reckon Cots would say?
No, I don't. What did you say?
I said he'll just say thanks, mate, or something stupid. And he said thanks, mate, appreciate it.
Wait, do you reckon he genuinely thinks there's something about him that's incredible?
Nah, he just thinks we take the piss a lot. So you would have thought I've just taken the piss out of him. Probably.
Sheezel has gone 2 question marks. What news?
Yeah.
I don't know which one I prefer. Probably Cottrell.
Yeah.
Just owning it.
Yeah. So I said he would do it. He'd just be like, thanks, mate.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm just going to leave Sheezel on red there and not reply.
Poor kid.
Poor kid thinking he's just won the
Scrambling.
Rising Star
Yeah.
or new 7-year deal or something.
Oh, that's gold.
So we
Good
get
game.
back to your loser, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where I'm living, it must be the leafiest street in Australia because like there's so many leaves and like you sweep them out of your front yard and then like an hour later there's leaves everywhere again. So that's quite annoying at the moment.
I've never had to deal with that, but it is leafy at the moment, Melbourne.
Hey, it's leafy, man. Trust where I am. There's just big piles of them everywhere.
Yeah.
It does make it looks nice,
Does look
aesthetically
nice.
pleasing, but it's annoying to clean up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
your loser?
Oh, I've got 2 losers. I think we can all agree on this one. Ted Lasso wraps up
Yep.
as of today.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Which is, sad, but it's also exciting. So
Yeah.
Is everyone up to date? I haven't watched last week.
No,
Last one
I
yet.
haven't watched most of this season, to be honest. I've stopped.
I'm up to date,
Yeah.
and it's the last episode's out today. So bit of an emotional day, but
It's a bit of a winner and a loser. It's kind of in limbo.
Anyway, my other loser was 2 weeks ago against Sydney. Obviously, we spoke previously on this podcast that Marvel's the only stadium in Australia that has a roof.
Yep.
Anyway, so we get to the ground on Saturday and we walk out before the game and it is sopping wet on the ground.
This is a great call. This has done my dome in for years.
Really?
I don't get it.
Yep.
Because Ben raised it before and I'd never heard of that.
You have you're the only stadium in Australia with a roof on it. So I'm assuming what they do is they leave it open to try and nourish the grass as long as
aerated
possible.
or something. Yeah.
And then, but what they do, if there's moisture in the air and they shut the roof, it gets wet. So just take your medicine and from the day of the second it's the game day, just leave the roof shut. Leave it shut.
Wow.
But the mistake they made even worse was it rained overnight. So they didn't read the forecast, and even if it was meant to be raining, surely you just think about, we're gonna close it. But we got there on Saturday and it was dripping wet, and it was basically a wet weather game.
So it was literally wet from rain, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
It'd been
So it
heaving
wasn't
down
as
the night
dewy.
before. Yeah, but same thing happened 2021 round 1 against Port Adelaide. I think it was what Harry said. It didn't rain, but it was just the condensation or whatever.
Yeah.
And slippery as well. So yeah, that was my loser. It just shouldn't happen.
Great loser. Yep.
Good one. Oh, look at that. Look at this.
Yeah, Harry, you're
Because they used to
knocking them
not
out
get it
of the
right
park.
with they used to have the roof open sometimes for games and then shut,
Yeah.
and then that had to always be shut. And
It's
then-
right how they've done that. That's a good decision.
That's perfect.
sure.
They've done
Yeah.
that well, but they just can't just leave it shut the whole day,
Yep.
whole night.
Should be dry as a bone.
Yeah.
In furious agreement
Yeah,
to that.
it's just
It's not good enough.
It
It
takes
honestly
away
not.
from the point of having a roof.
Yeah. I agree. May as well leave it open.
And get it.
All right.
Anyway,
Winners time.
I have a feeling we might have the same one here. Maybe mine's MasterChef.
Oh,
Well, no, but that's a good one.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting it.
yeah. No, I've just been enjoying watching MasterChef.
Right.
No, I agree, man. I actually
It's a
agree.
good show.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I haven't
you watch-
seen much of it.
It's
Sunday's episode around the slow cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's therapeutic watching
agree.
just people cook.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well said. I think we're going to probably agree on this one as well, but mine is the St Kilda Sea Baths.
Nice.
It's really therapeutic, especially at night when it's freezing and the contrast.
Yep.
They've got a steam room, they've got a magnesium pool, and obviously the ocean. And
Yeah.
a lap pool. So sort of 4 in 1. Yeah, I'm all for it. It's
You
been
both
great.
go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right around the
He
corner
lives
from there,
pretty close
so
to it, but
Yeah.
that's a great call.
Um, yeah. There you go.
Well, we're on the same page.
Seeing
so-
eye to
Yeah,
eye
wow.
today. This is unprecedented. Nice one.
Unprecedented times.
All right.
Do you reckon Will should start bringing a
Yeah.
winner
okay.
and loser? Maybe
Do
his
you really
can
want to be part of the show?
His can
Yeah,
be
yeah,
called.
yeah.
His can be a winner though, because he's not a twin,
I'm not a twinner, yeah.
so he can't
Or
be a
Willa.
twinner.
A willer and a
A
loser.
roller and a loser.
All right.
That's your homework.
All right. If I have a chance, I'll think of one. Hopefully before the show ends. In the meantime, a video of Ben doing some Indigenous painting on the North Melbourne website. We
So-
want to know.
Is there a video of it? I haven't seen that.
I actually
Is
haven't
there a
seen.
video? I haven't seen it either.
Like without seeing it, Ben historically struggles a lot with. He was never a great drawer or painter, so I would be quite interested to see how it turned out. Maybe he's improved, but
It's Richie Rich.
maybe he hasn't.
Were you good, Harry?
Yeah.
So what do you want me to say? What did I draw? What did I draw?
Yeah.
Draw?
What did you draw?
What's the correct English there?
I don't
What did you draw?
I didn't say it, did I?
That is shocker.
It was actually a really cool exercise we did.
Yeah.
So we got the lady who designed our jersey to come in and do like a bit of a workshop.
Yeah.
And so she had a few designs there to sort of copy and have a go at, and then she encouraged you to sort of think of sort of your own journey and something to have a go at.
Yeah, cool.
So my first one was I was just having a go at one of the ones she already had set out and just almost like a practice go. And then the second one was I can't remember what I drew, but it was something around. Obviously, we all grew up in Gippsland, and our whole family's up in the city now. So it was something around migrating to the city, and now we're all together like that. So
Yeah.
that was the sort of half serious part of it, but yeah, it wasn't great, to be honest. I don't know if they've actually got the footage of mine, but compared to some of the other boys were getting right into it, it was pretty cool to see. But mine wasn't great.
You had to go.
Yeah, I had to go, and she encouraged it.
Exactly. That's the most
There's no
important.
right or
thing.
wrongs.
Yeah.
So I'm just, will be a twinner, I'm sure, is the Ashes is coming up.
Oh my god, I
I'm looking
cannot
forward
wait.
to that a lot.
But what's before? What they're doing the
Test championships
What's that all
first,
about?
yeah.
I don't-
Taking on India. So it's the second version of it.
So the two highest rated test
Yeah.
teams of the whole year go off and play.
Over 2 years, I think.
Okay, yeah,
So New Zealand beat India in the last one.
okay. It's a one-off.
One off at Lords.
And how do they decide the venue?
It's
It's already set.
I think it's
Pretty
set in
Is it?
advance. I think the last one might have been at the Oval.
Okay.
They might be the other way around. I might be wrong, but
So
Yeah.
it might be a dumb question, but let's say they wanted it in Australia
yeah,
because of the football season. How would that work?
it probably wouldn't work.
They
to be
wouldn't.
honest.
They'd just,
No,
yeah.
I think it
Australia
might
would say,
just
"No,
might
can't
just
do it."
always be in England.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that will also be very exciting.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Good one.
Yep.
Earthquake in Melbourne. So
No.
this happened Sunday night, Monday
Yep.
morning.
Yep.
Sunday night it was, yeah.
Sunday night. Did you feel it?
I did. Man, thought someone had broken into my house. I was up. I had the bloody beer bottle in hand. Nearly golf.
Yeah, full top
golf 2.0. I was ready to go. Thought someone was breaking in, but it did wake me up. Yeah.
I didn't hear it. No.
No, neither did I.
My partner Taylor was next to me, and she said, "Oh my god, it was an earthquake." And she notoriously, says some weird stuff in her dreams and sleeps. And I was like, "You just dream. You're like, shut up." And then we looked online in the morning, and it was legit. So I owe an apology to Taylor because I thought she was losing her mind. And normally I'm a light sleeper, so I hear a lot of things. But I must have actually been asleep.
Must have had the pillow. What is it? The blanket over the
Oh,
ear.
I must have.
Out like a light.
And that was after a game, so I wouldn't have been, very tired. So I'm surprised I didn't hear it. But
Yeah.
hope everyone out there is safe and no one really got affected by it.
Yeah. Kochie leaving Sunrise after 21 years. We haven't discussed this off air. MJ's just whacked it on the rundown.
Harry loves Sunrise.
Oh, really?
Do I? I couldn't tell you one thing about Sunrise. Is this a piss take?
It got me. Got me.
I
don't know.
What's he doing?
He's just hanging the boots
Well,
up.
it says Kochie's leaving, so I'm assuming he's leaving.
Leaving to go where?
Oh, he's been doing a lot of Brekkie TV for a long time. Just be exhausting. I reckon.
21
It's
years.
Yeah, he'll do other things. Still,
Wouldn't be short of a quid.
no, never tear us apart before.
What was
the
his
ball
role?
game.
Was he the host or was he?
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, is it? Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kochie.
Don't know about that one, MJ. Yeah.
Not your best.
It's a swing and a miss, I think.
Yeah. NBA finals as well.
Yeah, good topic.
Celtics, Miami. So, who are your teams, or are you just
I'm
kind of casual?
whoever's winning.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah,
Oh,
probably
no,
on the
just follow
Nuggets.
players, really. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be common with NBA.
Yeah. There's too many teams.
Well, who do you
to follow.
follow? What team? Who do you follow? What player?
I like Steph. Yeah.
Well, he hasn't. He's never left. So wouldn't you be Golden State?
No.
He's always been
good
Golden
point.
State.
What?
You said you just follow players, and I said, well, who do you follow? And you said Steph
I
Curry.
follow players. I take an interest in them.
But I think that saying's more meant for like, if LeBron James went to Miami, then I would go for Miami. Or
I take an interest in players.
okay,
And I like Steph. I like LeBron.
I get your point,
Yeah.
but I also get Harry's point. It's like being a Dustin Martin fan, you're kind of going to love Richmond too.
Yeah. I like Golden State. And Clarko went over there
Right.
in his year off, so there's a little bit of a connection there as well. So I think that's what got me even more intrigued by Steph.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
New segment time. This is exciting. I know Ben's excited for this.
yep,
It's Harry's hot seat.
that's right.
Harry's hot seat.
Wow.
Harry's hot seat.
Oh, bed and everything.
So you're taking the piss out of the intro?
Yeah, Harry's.
That's Marshy. Come on.
Don't take the piss out of Marshall.
I'm not. I thought it was funny. Howie.
All right, Harry, you've got the floor.
What am I doing?
That's the whole point of
So
it.
It's
am I
Harry's
in-
hot seat.
Am I in the hot seat or am I?
No,
giving
you're
out a
conductor.
question?
You're. We're in your
It's
hot
not going
seat.
to wheel. It's
Right.
obviously going to go to me.
Well, you know it's Ben.
So I can just ask a question, or
Yeah.
Rollo, is it true that you were on the chase?
Yes, great call.
Were you even here for that?
No, I heard.
We were just watching the chase before. Yeah. I was on the chase. I think it was
Talk us through
2021. Andrew O'Keefe was still involved.
Yeah.
And did all right. I made a fair bit in the cash builder, but then completely flunked in the final chase, unfortunately.
Who was the chaser? Who was the big dog? That you
It was...
The nerd? Was it-
Nah, it was the tall guy with the trench coat. I've forgotten his name. Goliath, I think his name is. Very good. Very
bloke?
sharp.
Do they call him David? As a
Lovely
joke?
guy.
Yeah.
No, there's no David reference. But yeah, went home empty-handed, unfortunately. Would have been really handy. I think I'd been reduced to 3 days a week at the time.
Right.
And so you with, was it 3 or 4 other contestants to split the money if you were to win?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was just me and a lady named Jerry.
Yeah.
And we would have split the money, but Jerry didn't answer many questions, unfortunately.
So you're blaming
Right.
Jerry?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Harry's hot seat, I've got to be honest.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a little news grab, little story out there. Rollo blames Jerry.
Rollo.
Well,
What's my question for Ben? I'm trying to think.
This is inspired, by the way, by Jay Clark, who said that
maybe
Ben was
Ben.
last time in Harry's hot seat when you were asking about free agency. We don't want to go
right.
down free agency every time. 'cause
Nah.
No. But for this time,
No, come on.
no. No.
There'll come a point where I'll chat about that, I reckon, but not now.
Yeah, we've been vulnerable tonight. Maybe we can
Yeah.
have a free agency vulnerability session.
Could. I don't know. Is that your question or not?
No, I'm trying to think. I've been very much put on the spot here.
Yeah.
Well, that was the whole point of it, to see how you'd cope under pressure.
Yeah. Well,
I like the one with Will. That was really well done.
right. Yeah.
Don't force it though if you haven't got one.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to force it, but I'm trying. Give me another 10, 20 seconds to think. I'm
1,
thinking Ben. I'm thinking
2,
school related.
4, 5,
Jeez, it is a hot
6.
seat.
7,
Yeah.
8, 9.
No, nothing's really coming to me.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, move
We'll worry
on.
about it next week.
Yeah. But now that I know that I've got a segment,
Yeah, great.
Well, that might not be on every one, will it? Or
well, it depends on the success of it.
We'll see. It might not even make the final edit.
after all that?
We'll worry
Yeah.
next time.
Anyway, we're on Insta and TikTok. Head to @Ben&Harry Podcast. Send us a DM, which we've been loving.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate the.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wait, did
So
we
many people.
did we speak about that? Who sent in that photo of the starting 22?
Oh, yeah, we haven't referenced that.
that was very funny.
Brilliant.
Let me find it.
Should we reference that?
That was outstanding, yeah. Keep padding as I try and find
Sorry. Yeah, send us a DM. We'd love to hear from you all. So, and preferably a voice message.
Yeah.
If you want to have your question heard on air.
It was Alex. We found it. So
Alex, yeah.
we were asking the question, who would win 11 Harrys and Bens or 11 Max Gorns and Caleb Daniels?
Yeah.
And I think we all decided that 11 Harrys and Bens would get the job done. Just the height discrepancy.
Yeah.
Maybe
Across
not
the board.
moment.
You're not laughing, Harry.
Well, what
I
about
said we're both probably not going amazing.
But anyway,
Speak for yourself, mate.
I did,
Alex.
that's why I said we.
Alex actually sent through a team, which was very good. So this has got buckets.
You know what? I was a bit
buckets.
disappointed. I thought they would have put 1 buckets forward, but
No, you're just all
No.
6 defenders
yeah,
of buckets.
I was a little bit flat on that.
Yeah. But thank you, Alex. That's very sharp. We've also received plenty of DMs. You still have time if you want to get them in for next week's DMs episode. But in the meantime, we'll have a couple of tasters. The first one's from Sarah.
MJ's been a little slow, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hasn't
Hey
he?
Ben, hey Harry, hey Rollo. My name's Sarah and I'm from Berwick. And I just had a quick question. I was at a Blues game recently on the weekend and I saw Harry having a kick before the game started and before the warm-up started, and I noticed that you had headphones on. And I was just wondering for each of you, when you are having a kick, doing practice, getting ready for a game, what kind of music do you guys listen to hype yourselves up? What's playing in your headphones? Thanks heaps. Bye.
Good question.
Good question.
Good question. This is actually interesting. So, I just wear. Don't know if I should say this, but I will. So noise cancelling headphones. When at Carlton games in the warm up, our Carlton fans are very enthusiastic and very, but
That's code for annoying.
very loud.
Yeah.
And they do like to yell a lot of stuff out and just whatever. So I just like to wear noise cancelling headphones just to zone out a little bit and just not
Sure.
hear anyone. So I'm actually not listening to music right then.
Have you got it hooked up to your Apple Watch though?
No, I
If
don't.
you were to,
No. The Apple Watch, I don't have an Apple Watch that works. That was dodgy, the one you got me.
What?
Yeah, or Charlie got it for me actually.
What do you mean dodgy?
Well, just it barely worked. It was
In what way though?
It was just really flawed. I can't remember it. It was a while ago now, but I don't wear it. I need to get it
That's a
fixed.
waste of $1,000, Will.
Yeah.
Well, I paid for it, so
No, you didn't.
yes, I did.
was a present, wasn't it?
I moved Charlie over $600 and said between the three of you, you can come up with $100 and then just get me the watch.
So why'd you say the watch at me and the other
Because it was
guys
like
got
a gift. You know when?
Yeah, I
as a
know,
kid
but you
when-
bought it. Like, what? Did you buy it?
Yes,
I don't know
bought
about
it.
that.
Trust me.
Seems
Sorry.
like Apple Watches every time. Just
Yeah.
use the conversation.
Fave pump up songs. That's a genuine question.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Do you listen
Thank
to something in the rooms when you go
Yeah,
back? And,
yeah. Yeah, there's always our music is so there's very left field. Like 1 minute it's Kanye West, and then it's like a song from the '60s or something, and then it's Pumped Up Kicks by Foster and the People, and then
Yeah.
it's Drake, and then it's a radio song. So it's very
Just bounces around.
it bounces too much probably.
Ours
It's
is
the
a
same
bit like
songs
that
on
as well.
repeat. But I don't mind a bit of Drake or Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty worlds apart too.
Yeah. Taylor, I like it. Have we told the Taylor Swift?
I don't think so.
Well, do we have time? Yeah, may as well.
Absolutely.
When we were growing up in Warragul, we had a big shed, and Dad put kind of decked it out with some gym equipment.
Yeah.
And Dad would go for a run or do weights, and he'd have a little speaker with his iPod on it.
Yeah.
And he was a big country music fan, and he'd have Taylor Swift on it.
Yeah.
With all these other country music artists and Taylor Swift. So then when we started, or when I started kind of using the gym a little bit and going for runs, if we wanted to listen to music, we had to play Dad's iPod.
Yeah.
And the only artist I knew was Taylor Swift. So I started playing Taylor Swift, and it was just her old country, when she was really young. And
Early
I really
Taylor
liked
Swift.
it. So I really started liking Taylor Swift music. And then I don't necessarily like her current stuff as much, but I still like listening to some old school Taylor.
I like that, being very, very vulnerable.
Yeah,
It's
I'm so
actually-
vulnerable to know. I hate it as well.
That ties in well. We've got a question from Matilda from Adelaide here around Taylor Swift.
Hey guys, it's Matilda from Adelaide. Harry, I gotta know what your favourite Taylor Swift song is.
Maybe you have mentioned it. I actually
I
don't
think you have.
remember
I mentioned
hearing
it
it at all.
Maybe not on here, but I've mentioned it
Right,
in
okay.
a public setting before.
Yeah.
It's a great question. Was it Matilda?
Yeah, it's out of the blue. We weren't expecting Taylor Swift to come up until next week.
No, that's it's a great question. I think favourite Taylor Swift song. I reckon Love Story is just one of the
classic.
greatest songs ever. But there's a couple other songs on that album.
Yeah, give us a deep cut.
Fearless.
Yeah.
The album's called Fearless, but so the actual song Fearless, and then 15 as well as the other two that
What
I
about
like.
22, is it?
No, that's later on.
Bet you're miles off, mate.
Yeah, come on, mate. Switch on. And there's another song, a random one off her. I think it was her first album. It's called Mary's Song, which I like as well. You wouldn't know it. It's just
there are Swiftie Carlton fans that are losing their minds right now,
Yeah.
like Matilda.
good on you, Matilda.
Well done.
In case you wanted to know what my favourite song was.
I was about to move on. I'll be honest. What's your
Fair
favourite
enough,
pump
so-
up, Ben?
I like Drake. I can't go past Drake.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that would be most people's answer, I reckon, at a footy club.
go. Yeah.
Drake or Kanye probably, or
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor, yeah.
yeah.
Pitto is a big Taylor Swift fan as well, Mark Pitto.
Shout out to Pitto.
Signed a new contract.
Yeah, congratulations to Pitto.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
he's
What's
a
his
twinner.
nickname again?
Brad.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Brad, like Brad Pitt.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
Yeah.
doesn't he have another one?
Oh, Gonzo.
Gonzo.
That was at Hawthorn Mall, but
okay.
yeah. Pitto. It's a good man, Pitto.
My winner and loser. I've thought of a couple.
Well, we've still
Um,
got Jackson from Box Hill.
Are we going to get to Jackson? Do you want to?
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
say
we're
you
gonna
guys
say-
at the
We'll
end.
save Jackson.
We're going to save Jackson
Yeah,
for
fair.
next week.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your
I've been smashing out some really good scores on my New York Times crossword app this week. So I've just
I don't know
been-
that one.
It's just like the crossword app from the US and you get timed each week. And I've been hitting PBs, so I'm really
Right.
happy
Well
with
done,
myself this week. So I'm proud of myself.
In good form.
Loser, unfortunately, it's a team out of yours, Ben. We were meant to have Cam Zerha on the Marty Sheegold show on Monday.
Yeah.
Got to 8:05 when he was meant to be in. Radio silence. We were actually starting to worry about his well-being because
no.
he didn't answer anything. He didn't.
So
answer
was he meant
any
to come to the
texts.
studio or was he meant to...
He was meant to come in, yeah.
Oh, no.
And unfortunately, I still don't know how he's. Hopefully, he's put up an Instagram.
I didn't hear
Another.
anything.
Bit of Bulls cooking or something just to make sure that he's still alive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So unfortunately,
Doesn't-
I love Cam Zerha.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me overly, though.
Really. So yeah, there's my two.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for
Fair
sharing.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Good run.
Not sure if it'll be a regular thing, but
No, we don't need me every week.
maybe. Just be prepared.
Yeah, filler.
Stocking fill that one, I reckon. Stocking fill.
Oh, sorry, I'm traffic then.
Traffic or weather, mate. You should know.
Traffic
by
or
now.
weather. Yeah, leaves.
And how cold it is.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
it's cold, man, at
Yeah.
the moment, isn't it?
Good vulnerability, guys. Well done. All right, let's wrap up.
How do you want to do that?
I'm rattled. Nice one, guys. Best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rollo.
Easy.
Roll on, go
Harrison?
Blues. Go Roos.
Go Roos Blues.
Who did Roos play?
The Bombers.
Nice.
You?
G or Melbourne?
Marvel, yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
We got Melbourne Friday night.
Big one.
Big one. The G. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Good luck.
Good week. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Did you get another text from?
I better follow up with Sheezel. I feel bad.
Yeah.
No,